MasterChef is down to the final 6.
It's so close you can almost taste it.
2 expert judges to decide.
We're looking for a great amateur cook who can make it as a professional.
Someone who can turn out exceptional food.
I have to believe in myself that I can win this.
This is one tough competition.
I want to prove that I'm the best chef in the country.
Whoever wins, it'll change their life. Cooking doesn't get tougher than this.
It's the MasterChef semi-finals. Over the last 6 weeks, 132 contestants have given everything to reach this stage of the competition. Now we're down to the last 6.
I can get to that final. Never mind the final 4, I know I can get to the final 3. I know I have it in me to be a master chef, and I so want them to do it, to put me through.
I'm getting less nervous as I go along, as I kind of realise that actually I can sort of do it. And I think that, you know, I'm just going to have to rise to every challenge that comes along, try my best.
Within me, there's something that is waking up just now, and yes, I have to believe in myself that I can win this.
To get this far means so much to me. Being this far is just there, and it's kind of in reaching grasp.
Winning MasterChef just gets me my dream. Opens doors that otherwise are closed to me. That's the great. It's just so exciting, really.
It's like a big dream. I sometimes think I'm going to wake up and it's all going to have not really happened. To think that I'm so close to the final 4, it's astonishing.
Here we go, MasterChef semi-finals. This is where it really begins. We've already made the decision about the 6 good cooks. Now it's the great cooks we're looking for.
Today, these 6 semi-finalists will face only one cooking challenge. But at the end of it, 2 of them will be going home.
To come this far and not make it through to the final 4, that is missing out by a whisker. That is heartbreaking. You can cut the tension in this room with a knife. Because, of course, you have come so far, you have worked so hard, and you are so very, very close.
At the end of this, 2 of you are going home. We wish you the very, very best of luck. Let's cook.
The contestants will have to show they can create an exceptional dish using a very simple ingredient, a chicken.
Trying to get a chicken to become special is a very difficult thing indeed.
We are judging them on a level playing field today. It's about the invention and the artistry centred around that main ingredient, the humble chicken.
This is seriously, seriously exciting. I cannot wait.
First up is single dad of 2, Johnny, from County Antrim in Northern Ireland.
So close to actually getting to the final. Today's going to be a tough day, and I'm nervous about it.
In his heats, Johnny initially had problems putting enough flavour into his classic dishes.
Can you take your food up one more step and really deliver the flavour you need to deliver, Johnny?
I take on what you're saying, and I'm going to show you that I can deliver on that.
But his ability to learn fast impressed the judges.
It's great.
Very clever.
I want to get better, and I'm loving it even more every time I'm here. I want to prove that I'm the best chef in the country.
Johnny is just wonderful. All you can ask of a contestant on MasterChef is that they learn and move forward.
For me to get to the final would mean an awful lot. I have 2 kids sitting at home, I'm a single dad. They want to see their dad do well. So yeah, this is big time for me.
That family drive will push him forward so far. I am very, very confident about Johnny. But right now, my fright for him is that he loses that energy. It's a really, really long, tough competition.
After 19 years in the force, police officer Sarah wants a career cooking traditional British food.
What she wants to do, our Sarah, is celebrate the food of Lancashire, where she's grown up.
I do love British produce and I do love regional cooking. I'm not interested in food fashion particularly.
Sticking to this style initially paid off.
The lamb is the softest, most tender, flavoursome piece of lamb I've eaten in a very long time.
Nobody's ever said anything that nice. They said nice things, but not like that.
But when Sarah strayed, she found herself with presentation problems.
It looks abominable.
Sorry.
She wants her bistro serving egalitarian British food, and she cooks it really, really well.
The problem is, in order to get through the competition, will she take her wonderful style and try and over-fancy it? She could fall over. What are we doing?
Well, it's coq au vin, but I call it chicken in red wine.
Coq au vin is a very nice dish.
Yes.
Is there a little bit of Lancashire in your food today, or have you left it behind?
I think there's a Britain in my food. Every ingredient in it is English or British.
You worked very, very hard to get here.
Yes.
Why do you think you deserve a place in the final four?
I would hope I deserve a place on merit and on sheer love of it and sheer leaping somersaults about cooking, and I think if I can be as honest as my food is, I'll be a happy bunny.
Half an hour gone.
Comeback contestant Lois is determined to make the grade second time round.
This year I am a lot more focused on the goal and what I want to achieve at the end of MasterChef. And now, I hope there's no stopping me.
And at times, her dishes amazed the judges.
See, the problem I've got with that dish, Lois, is I have nothing to criticise about it.
But she had trouble performing consistently.
What we're ending up with is almost like a little milkshake, and all the work you put into that Zamion is being lost.
Consistency has been a problem for me, but I now have to make every single dish that I put out amazing, fantastic.
You, I should imagine, seriously want one of those final places.
I do. Because I feel like I have started on the journey now to where I'm going next. This is, you know, where it all gets very exciting, and there could be a lot of fun to be had on the way.
Lois is the champion of our comeback contestants. She went through one of the toughest quarterfinals I've seen. That girl had to pull out all the stops.
At just 18, Emily is the youngest contestant ever to have made it through to the semi-finals.
Emily excites me so much. This young girl comes in here with her own ideas, inventing food, experimenting with stuff, which for me and for you is not something people should be doing. But Emily can do it.
I'd probably describe my food in the same way I describe my personality, kind of eccentric and whimsical and different. I'm really trying to sort of create food and do different combinations and maybe new flavours that people haven't tasted before.
Emily's groundbreaking pudding, mud pie with tarragon, opened the judges' eyes to her unique ability.
Wow. Wow. That works. Wow.
You're 18 years old, you're cooking like that. Incredible.
But without technical skill, this experimental approach can be hit or miss.
I like the look of it more than I like the flavour of it. It's unusual. We've seen some very inventive dishes from you. Are we going to continue in that vein today?
Yeah, I'm going to try and stick to my guns and sort of do food that I really enjoy cooking and eating. So, yeah, hopefully.
Tell me about your dish that you hope is going to get you through to the last four.
I'm doing a chicken wrapped in Swiss chard and then poached. And then I'm doing a cream corn with it, but minus the cream.
OK.
You are going out on a limb again today, Emily.
Couldn't do it any other way. I'm going to have to really pull out all the stops.
This is a girl who has got everything going on in her head. But will she be able to contain that extraordinary process that happens in there and deliver it on a plate today that says, yes, I still experiment, yes, this is me, and I want to win MasterChef? Ladies and gentlemen, you have 30 minutes left.
Banker Sheridan's determination to impress has seen her run out of time.
Come on, Sheridan, that's it. On the plate, please. Go, no, now. Seriously, now.
And as a consequence, her food can suffer.
The sauce is like drinking a glass of langoustine milk, which is not pleasant at all.
But despite these issues, when Sheridan gets it right, she can amaze the judges.
Oh, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Today, Sheridan is hoping to prove she can deliver a perfect sauce with an elaborate foie gras velouté.
Can I ask you a very, very serious question? Do you have a twin sister?
No.
Because this is not the Sheridan we know. You're not running around. Timing seems to be an issue. This is like a metamorphosis.
Yes, I've not overstretched myself, so I've not got enough time. So hopefully, every single part of what I've cooked has had the time put into it, and it will not be wrong.
If you do disappoint us again, it'll be the last time you ever disappoint us.
I know, exactly, which is why I have to make sure everything is spot on.
Being so close makes me nervous. I don't want it to end. I really do not want to go home today.
She's got to start delivering. And right now, today, you have to deliver, Sheridan. But what an untapped talent. 20 minutes to go.
With a wife and young child to support, ex-barrister James still harbours a long-term dream to work with food.
I want to be a chef. It's hot in the kitchen, but I love it. You know, it's absolutely wonderful. It's the perfect place for me to be.
So far, James's skill at cooking dishes that rely on complex processes has amazed.
About as close to a perfect fish dish that I've ever eaten.
But his desire to impress means he can overcomplicate his food.
Why did you attempt so much?
I'm trying to show a number of skills.
You have achieved something which is very, very flavoursome, very complicated, but probably one of the most unattractive plates of food I've seen in a very, very long time.
I can cram an awful lot into my dishes in terms of technical little bits and bobs. But in a competition like this, the reason I'm going over the top, perhaps, is to show skill and to show keenness and ability.
James, we know you always give yourself huge tasks. What are you cooking for us?
I've been trying to think of how to explain what I'm doing, because there's no short name for it. It is, in fact, a stuffed chicken breast with liver running through it that's wrapped in spinach. And that's with a sort of cream marsala and mushroom sauce. And then a courgette rosti, and on top of that, mushroom ravioli. And on top of that, stuffed courgette flour with smoked chicken mousse.
You've got a lot of points to prove.
It's incredibly nerve-wracking. I've not had these sort of teenage emotions since I was a teenager. You know, it really hammer blows to the stomach. But it's very rejuvenating because I'm getting on a bit.
Of course, the more you do, the more there is that could go wrong.
Well, that's the biggest worry, isn't it? That until that food is on the plate, it's not over.
For me, in my mind right now, James just has to control what he's cooking and not aim too high up.
But it is very, very impressive what that guy gets through. 3 minutes.
We said these guys had to cook like angels if they want to make it to the Magic Four. Well, they are. All pushing the boat out. This is seriously, seriously exciting. "60 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, the great chicken test is over.
Will 18-year-old Emily show technique and flair with her chicken wrapped in Swiss chard with cream corn and a caraway seed crumb?
You baked a small loaf of bread in order to make a line of breadcrumbs.
Yep.
the corn is the main. In fact, the corn is 90%, which is wrong.
Yeah.
Your chicken is cooked beautifully. All the flavours are so very, very subtle that you are almost completely taken away by the sweetness of that corn. But I tell you what, girl, you are one of the most fascinating people I have seen in a very, very long time.
Thank you.
Can Lois, who's always battled with consistency, now impress with chicken stuffed with rosemary butter, a tomato coulis and chicken oysters wrapped in pancetta?
Part of it is deep tangy, part of it is light, some are vegetables, but it's not blending.
No.
Although not crowded on the plate, it's a little crowded in my mouth.
I find that tomato sauce too harsh.
Okay.
It's sort of reminiscent of a thick sauce you put on top of a pizza. And the chicken is such a subtle little beast.
Yeah.
And then you get whacked by this tomato that goes through the end of it.
23-year-old banker Sheridan is counting on her poached then pan-fried chicken with Edo's mash, roasted carrots and a foie gras velouté to get her through.
I love the almost sweetness of your sauce, that foie gras sauce, matched by the sweetness of that really nice young carrot. The Edo mash is turning into wallpaper paste. It's far too thick and it's far too sticky.
Dodgy.
But it's not just that, it's elastic.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go. The chicken is absolutely beautiful. I mean, seriously, seriously beautiful. Soft, falls apart in your mouth, moist, well seasoned. The carrots and the chicken and the foie gras sauce together are magical. That mash just clogs your mouth up.
Police officer Sarah's used her favourite British ingredients to make the French classic coq au vin, with Maris Piper mash and runner beans.
The flavours of all that garnish, the bacon, the mushrooms, the onions and the chicken and the red wine are fantastic together. Really good. The chicken's slightly overcooked, starting to go a little bit dry, and it could probably do with just a little bit more of a oomph.
Yeah.
Right. The sauce, the red wine, and it's mellow and it's soft. That's the undercurrent flavour all the time, interspersed with bits of crunchy vegetables. It does what it says on the tin, but the tin was never gonna be exceptional.
Has ex-barrister James pulled off his ambitious dish of chicken breast filled with liver, served with a Madeira cream sauce, courgette rosti, chestnut mushroom ravioli, and a courgette flower stuffed with chicken mousse?
Enormous amount of work you've gone through. Let's just hope as I start to pile it all up on my fork, it was worth it. I get the most beautiful, sweet masala sauce, going deep, deep, almost beefy with the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Coming back up with light courgette, going deep again with liver, and ending up lighter on the chicken. Superb.
Thank you, Greg.
Superb. Absolutely lovely.
The textures are fantastic. The flavours are all defined. Mushrooms, masala, garlic, courgette, chicken, liver. You can get the whole lot. They all just go around your mouth. And it just all left completely lingering. You are one very, very serious cook.
Determined to show the judges he's up to the challenge, single dad Johnny's made supreme of chicken with fried ceps, blanched leeks and a tarragon sauce.
There's a couple of little mistakes, isn't there? This skin has got to be crispy. The chicken and the sauce I love, and the smokiness of those fried ceps on top is great. Your leeks aren't cooked enough. They're still raw onion-like.
Okay.
I think it's a real shame.
It's a shame about that skin because that chicken is beautifully moist. And what I like is chicken going beefy cep, coming back tangy tarragon, going back beefy sep. I like it a lot.
We only have 4 places for you 6. Thank you.
It is amazing. 6 cooks and 6 completely different, not just styles, dishes that are poles apart.
I think a few people today did it absolute justice and more than justice.
I feel very strongly that James needs to go further in this competition. I mean, for me today, that was the outstanding dish in the room. You've got mushroom in the sauce and masala. You've got mushroom in the ravioli.
The idea of taking the chicken apart, filling that central piece with the liver, the courgette flour filled with chicken mousse, his thought in that dish is extraordinary.
I really hope there's a place for me. The nerves is unbelievable. I've never been this nervous in anything I've ever done.
The guy is a superstar and has a chance to win this competition.
He's got to go through.
I've got to say, I have always felt there is one person to me who has been absolutely extraordinary. My biggest dilemma right now is the food that was delivered by Emily today was not as good as I wanted it to be. The corn was too sweet. It overpowered that chicken, which was slightly washed out by the water she poached the chicken breast in. But the girl is so talented, it makes me shake.
She bakes a loaf of bread to get a line of breadcrumbs and then roasts a whole chicken to make a gravy.
Her mindset is absolutely incredible. She is a child prodigy.
It would be very disappointing to go today. I think it's the worst time to go out.
I think that she, as a competitor in this competition, is so exciting, you cannot deny you want to see more of her. Absolutely magical. Let's talk about Lois. I'm quite disappointed with what Lois did today. The tomato sauce for me was like a topping off a pizza, I said it.
And chunks of vegetables as big as your fist.
And a whole slab, a big piece of chicken breast on a plate? No, wrong.
I don't think I did cook to my full potential today. I really, really fear that I haven't done enough to get through.
I fought really hard to keep Lois in this competition, and I really believed in her. It's a real shame.
Let's talk about Sarah.
Today, I have to say, I found the whole thing uninspiring.
If I don't make it through today, I won't lie, I'll be absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted.
When Sarah came in and said she's going to make coq au vin but British style, and therefore it was going to be chicken and red wine, she meant it. Runner beans, mashed potato, it's honest, beautiful, delicious.
It's a decent dish. But you can't get through to the final 4 with decent food. It's got to be outstanding food. You've got to be able to look at this person and think, you could win it. But no one else has made me feel as emotional about the food as Sarah. I love the route her food is going.
Let's talk about Sheridan.
John, she's messed up sauces on the road to this semi-final. Now, she's invented foie gras velouté, and I thought it was a beautiful sauce. I thought it was rich, creamy, and also slightly sweet.
Finally, I've given them a sauce that they like. You know, they've not criticised one bit. They were actually, you know, quite pleasant about it.
Quite what she was doing with that putty mash, I've no idea.
It was just this wallpaper pasty elastic stuff that it was just not right. But then she comes up with these flavours, the flavours that come from that chicken, which is beautifully cooked, beautifully moist.
John, she's got the touch. We've always known she's got the touch.
What about Johnny?
Johnny's food to me today looked a little bit scruffy. Skin's not brown, it's just laying across a bed of leeks. But John, it's when you put the food in your mouth, you realise where Johnny has been spending his energies. Beefy, beefy mushroom, coming up to moist, succulent chicken. Oh, yeah.
I don't think the leeks were cooked enough. They were too overpowering for me in the dish. But I loved those big hunks of Sepini's tarragon sauce, which was really well flavoured.
I was confident of getting through to the final 4, and it's only in the last few minutes I've had a realisation, Johnny, you mightn't be getting there.
I am seriously stuck.
Oh, John.
These are brilliant, brilliant, brilliant cooks. But now they're head to head.
I've got butterflies in my tummy. We have got to get this right, John. We have got to get this right. It's people's dreams. Six great cooks. 4 places left. We have to say goodbye to 2 of you.
Our first semi-finalist is James. Congratulations. Our second semi-finalist is Emily. Our third semi-finalist is Sheridan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our last semi-finalist is Johnny. Congratulations. Well done. All right.
Go for it.
Well done. I'm not kissing you.
Never mind.
So sorry.
It's all good. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. To get as far as this was me realising a dream. It doesn't mean it's finished. It might just be the start.
Obviously, the MasterChef dream is now over. My food dream isn't over.
Thank you so much. Cheers, guys. I can't believe it.
This is going to be so cool. I just can't wait. Didn't think I'd be here.
Unbelievable.
I'm really excited. I can't wait.
This is life-changing now, isn't it? Wow. Congratulations, guys.
Cheers, leaders.
Johnny, Sheridan, Emily and James are through.